Welcome to the Cadence Spotlight. My name is Haley, and I'm the Director of Marketing here at Event Cadence. We created this series to shine a light on our client-facing team and some of the work they do to create extraordinary experiences for our customers. Today, I am sitting down with one of our account leads, Marie Cavataio, so let's get started.
Hi, I'm Marie, and I am an account lead at Cadence.
And you've been here for a pretty long time. I think you just passed your 6-year anniversary. Is that right?
I did. So 6 years went by very fast, but it's hard to think of this as work when you're having just so much fun every day. So it's been amazing.
Absolutely. And I'm right behind you. I'm on your heels. I hit 6 years in July. So I think we're both perfectly suited to have this conversation today. You're going to give a lot of good takes to our audience. So I think let's just jump right into the first question I have, which is when teams are evaluating event and engagement platforms, what makes Event Cadence the right fit?
Yeah, I love this question, mostly because I'd like to say it to our customers whenever it comes up, and I could actually say this. I do think Cadence is a one-stop shop. It's a place where you can go just look at your app and have all the information needed about a specific Congress that is coming up, especially when you're on site. That's why I referenced the app right away. Whether it's having to do with scientific leader engagements and / appointments, however you call that, the Congress schedule, resources, which in Event Cadence it's called collections, maps. I don't know. I just think that there's just so much to offer our app and website that I love to be able to say it's a one-stop shop and mean it. So that's why I would always say Event Cadence is the best.
So true. You really can't take lightly how nice it is to have that one-stop shop. It's like there's
Sure.
always another app for everything. I know people sometimes drag their feet. Do I really have to download another app? And something that I've always said when I'm on site, if you download this app, it's all of the other ones. You don't have to go into your Outlook calendar. You don't have to go to the ASCO website to see the schedule. Everything is tailor built for you within this experience. So I love that you said that. It's so true.
Totally agree. I'm actually one of those people that hate downloading apps. So I'm like, when I could say it and mean it and actually be able to like convince people that I'm not just saying that, I love it. So totally agree.
So good. So I love that you said it was the one-stop shop. And I think there are a lot of different aspects that differentiate our platform from some of the others on the market. So what do you think is one thing that our platform does exceptionally well that maybe clients don't always realize at first, but after they kind of get started, it's really clear?
Yeah, I think our best feature, I like to call it a beast, is the appointments feature. So I think there's just so much to offer within the appointments. And I learned that, like you said earlier, I've been here 6 years. I learn more and more about it every single day. And I live in Event Cadence and get to play with it all the time. The best thing about the appointments feature is the Ask Customer link. That link can it just is magic. It's like a magic link of sending it to our customers or scientific leaders to schedule appointments at Congress, not having to go back and forth 1,000 times. Like, does this time work for you? Does this time work for you? No, we have one link where it's integrated. It can be integrated with our customers' work email. We don't see any of what's on that calendar, but we can integrate our platform with it. And so it takes into account the internal attendees availability and the room availability. So between those two things, it's just so helpful. I think the best thing about that is showing people that link and everyone being like, wow, this saves a lot of time. So the Ask Customer link is just, like I said earlier about appointments, it's a beast.
Yeah, not even just saving time too. Another piece of that is showing up well to your HCPs, SLs, KOLs, however you classify them. It gives them the power to choose the time that worked the best for them. Maybe they
Yes.
prefer morning appointments versus afternoon, or, maybe they wanted to see Chicago while they're there. So yeah, so they want that morning appointment. It really gives them the power back. So you're able to show up better and you don't have all of that back and forth like you mentioned.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. And it really does help a lot of the time with having to not reschedule meetings because it's taking into consideration everybody's availability.
Absolutely. And when you do need to reschedule, then they can do that easily
I was
too.
just
It's all the
gonna say-
pieces.
I was just going to say the same thing. And if you do, you can use the link again and reschedule. So it really is just an amazing tool.
Absolutely. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that our clients love us so much is we save them time. But is there anything else you hear from the clients that you work with? What they love most about working with our team at Event Cadence?
Yeah, I think the best thing about working with us is us, the customer support that we provide. Nobody here doesn't give their all. Everyone wants to make sure that the customer is happy. Whether it is, showing new features, implementing new ways of working based on customer feedback, we all really try our best. And I think that shows. I think our team is the best. I don't mean to sound too cocky or confident saying that, but I am pretty confident in saying that. The Event Cadence team is the best. So it's us. I think our customer support and the way that we work with our customers just is to go above and beyond. And it's proven time and time again, for sure.
And when you match how much our team cares with the platform features that we have, it really is a duo that's hard to compete against. So
It's
I love to hear
unbeatable.
you say that.
I'd say it's
Unbeatable.
unbeatable.
Absolutely.
Yep. For sure.
I'd love for you to share maybe a recent example of this in action, maybe a congress or an event or some type of engagement where you saw this really come to life, the people, the platform, and how we really made a difference for one of our clients.
Yeah, I think every Congress we try to do something better and better. I've been working with a customer for all 6 years that I've been here, and it's hard to pinpoint a time that really has stood out that because each year or each Congress we try to better ourselves from the last. And from the ASCOs to the ESMOs, which are the bigger Congresses, every year we have more and more engagements, which is our goal, right? We want to make sure that we provide the best support and provide them with what they want from us, which is more engagements. So every year with those larger Congresses, we've increased the number of engagements that we've had, which I geek out about. But I was also thinking of something else a little bit more specific. We have a surveys feature that we use to send surveys to our customers, so SLs, KOLs, KEEs. And we sent it through the appointments feature, which is through our contact options. And we're able to send out these surveys to the SLs and the scientific leaders. So we've been getting somehow in the last year, like double the amount of responses. And it was amazing to see our customers so happy about it because it's something that I think other customers are going to now start to want to do is to get this feedback from the customers. How are these engagements going? And doing it through our platform. So I think that was a big win for us and for the customer as well to see that our platform can provide the feedback that they're looking for.
That's so true and so interesting. I think the client that you work with on ahead of the curve on this one. I would love for you maybe to share a couple of the questions that they asked. I know you said like, how's the engagement going? But is there anything specific, any little nugget that maybe someone listening could implement in their survey?
Sure. Put me on the spot on that one, but I think something that they've asked is what works well in their meetings. Unfortunately, they can't have like a free response that's just compliant. I don't know if that's the same across all companies, but what works well, and then pinpointing a couple things that they may think work well. So clear agenda, having the right amount of people in the room, stuff along those lines. Again, you have to do it yourself. You have to kind of come up with those options yourself. But then also, what can we work better on? And then pinpoint a couple of things that maybe they think could be pain points. Maybe they're not actually pain points. And one of the options could be like, oh, good. No extra work is needed. How do we compare to our competitors? And it's between 1 and 5. Like, was this 1 being the worst, 5 being the best? And yeah, I think we get really great feedback from that. So you could say that we never really get a 1 in that section for this customer. So that's always great. But yeah, so those are a couple of the options that they have.
That feedback, I imagine, is so valuable just with all of the resources that these companies put into these events, meeting rooms, the on-site staff, deciding how many of their internal team members are going. If a SL replies in the survey, there's too many people in there, not everyone gets a chance to talk. Well, maybe the company is sending too many people or all the different things that you can find out. That data, I imagine, is very helpful. And everyone wants to be heard too. So from the SL side, I'm sure they like to give feedback to some of these companies too.
Yeah. I hope so. That's why we're asking for it, because we want to make sure that at the end of the day, our customers' feedback is so important for them. And if they're happy, then we're happy. It's just a streamline of happiness.
Circle of life.
Circle of happiness. It's
Circle
streamlined.
of happiness. I think we should brand that. So we talked about the appointments magic link. We talked about surveys a little bit. Are there any other features that you really enjoy walking clients through? Something that might resonate to them?
Okay, so immediately again, and I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's the ask customer link. You knew I was going to say that.
You just can't beat it. I get it.
There's nothing better than people being like, wow, that saves time, or that is just a great feature. It's every time you walk them through it for the first time, it's always just like, wow. And there's no other, there's so many great things about Cadence, but I think that is the thing that sticks out most for me.
Totally. And it is something that you just have to see in action. These people understand there's been so much back and forth, whether they're texting their SL or emailing or calling, and so much of that gets lost. Like, this just really streamlines that whole process. It's pretty incredible.
I'm glad you feel the same way.
Okay, just a couple more questions here. What's something about the Event Cadence team that clients might not always see behind the scenes, but that you think makes a real difference?
It may be noted, but maybe not. We all work together, not just on the customer success end, but also on the product side, the design team, marketing. Everybody works together. We try our best to figure out ways to make sure that we're making the best product, right? Of course. So we want to work with the product and design team. We want to make sure that we're letting the customers know this is what the product has to offer. So that's marketing right there. We all work together. It's usually on like a bi-weekly basis. We even meet with the product team just to get feedback on where we're at with certain things that maybe the customers are recommending that they want, or requesting, I should say. We work really hard together as a team. So not, on a regular basis, we're not just working with our customers and the team that we have per customer, but we're working as a whole. And I hope that shows, but people may not know that. So for sure, that's important.
That's a really good point. It is a very collaborative team between our team members, like me in marketing, you, customer success, product, and then collaborative with customers as well. We do take into account feedback from everyone. One person's opinion isn't more important than another's. Here are all the ideas on the table. Let's see what value we can bring. It's really clear, like in our Slack channel, for example, someone will ask a question, has anyone been through this before? And then you see people popping in from different accounts. Well, one time I had to do it like this, and here's a workaround this way, or I suggest you do it this way. So absolutely. It's like all hands on deck when we need it, which is always nice to have.
Yeah. And I think building off of that, it just shows that we all work really well together. And we all want everybody to succeed, whether or not, I could have a different customer than you, but at the end of the day, if I've gone through something that you need help with, like, I'm going to help you. And I hope that shows to people as well. Like, we work all really well together. And yeah, also shout out to you for your awesome marketing email yesterday. We got great feedback on that already.
I'll pat myself on the back.
Just showing again that we work together and that you work with us to make our customers happy as well.
Well, I appreciate that. Love to hear it. And that brings me right to our last question. Headed into February here, the month of love. So I would love to know what you love most about your role or about working at Event Cadence. Maybe it's something we already mentioned. Maybe it's something else, but the floor is yours.
Of course, I'm going to mention one thing that we've already mentioned, and it's obviously the people. I think, I have the best team, honestly. No, I'm just kidding. But I do think that. But the people, I couldn't work with better people. It's a pleasure to go to work every day. It's not like you don't get those Sunday scaries because at the end of the day, you're going to some of your closest friends at this point. So that's a reward within itself, just the people, the travel, obviously. Like, I never traveled before, 2021. And now I get to go wherever the heck I want. And, whether it's for work, because we obviously travel for congresses, but then also the flexibility of being able to work from anywhere. And I think that's one of the best things about Cadence. The best thing is the people, for sure, by and large.
I could not agree more. If you don't know, if you're watching this, we are a completely remote company. The times that we do get to travel together as a team, those are always my favorite moments. It's bringing both of those together. When usually we all go to like the ASCO or the ESMO, some of those larger events, just to get everyone together, getting the people that you see behind the screens all the time in person. There really is nothing better than those moments.
Couldn't agree more. And I think, like you said, like the ASCOs and ESMOs, with when you see everybody and everybody's there for the same reason, we like to work hard, but then we also like to play hard. So it's a great combination and we always have a great time together. So there's nothing better than that.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you today. That was a really great conversation. So thank you so much, Marie, for joining.
Thank you, Haley. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And if you're watching this and you want to learn more about Event Cadence, just head to our website, eventcadence.com. Thanks.